Hello everyone, thank you for joining with Azure with Umesh YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss about Azure Storage Mover, which is we can use to move files from a specific environment to Azure environment. So it can be on-premises environment, it can be a multi-cloud environment. As you can see here, the source can be AWS S3, GCS S3, Azure Blob Container, SMB 2.0, 3.0, it can be NFS environment. So we can move from particular source environment to Azure Blob Container, Azure SMB, Azure Files environment using this Azure Storage Mover tool. Okay, when talking about the architecture, you can see this in this document. So when we are moving files from a specific environment to Azure target environment, it can be a files blob container. So we need to make sure to deploy agent called storage mover agent. So it will be used to communicate between on-premises environment or any other multi-cloud environment to Azure environment. So the communication will be handling through this storage mover agent VM. Okay, when talking about this storage mover agent, so there are some prerequisites as well. So you can check these prerequisites from this documentation, which endpoint that particular agent need to reach in order to migrate particular resources from source to destination Azure environment. So these are the prerequisites and the network requirement, network resources, and these are the recommended compute for specific target environment file scale. It can be a 1 million, 10 million. So these are the recommended specific size in details for migration scales. Okay, so these are the download. You can download the specific agent VM from this is specific URL. You can see here we have multiple types of files. So first one you can see here the VMware or VA file, which we can use to deploy agent if your source environment is hosted on VMware environment. So you can download this .ovm file to create the storage mover agent. If your host environment is Hyper-V environment, so you can download this VHDX file and extract it in and create the agent VM on your host. Okay, there's a specific service for this in Azure portal you can create. It's called Azure Storage Mover. You can create it very quickly. You can see here, you can create very straightforward. You just need to give the name, and if you want to monitor, those information need to be allocated here. Then very straightforward, once you create it, it will be appear like this, similar to this. So once you created the Azure Storage Mover, just go to the registered agent environment, specific tab. Then here you can see the multiple steps available. First, download the agent VM, allocate the agent VM resources, and then register the agent. So once you register your agent, it will be appear here. So I have my Hyper-V host environment for the demonstration purpose. This is my Hyper-V manager. So I'm going to migrate file share which is available under this file share VM from here to Azure file share. So as I mentioned earlier, so I need to download the VHDX file as I mentioned earlier. Once you download it, just extract it similar to this. It will be appear like this, the VHDX file. So using this VHDX file, you need to create the specific agent. So to do that, just click on here, new virtual machine, then next give a name like Storage Mover agent. Then if you want to change the location, you can do that as well. Then the generation should be generation 1, gen 1. Then for the demonstration purpose, I am using startup memory. So in production scenarios, just use the recommended specifications that mentioned in the documentation. For the connection, so I have my net switch here. I am selecting that. Then in here we need to select the existing virtual hard disk, the one that we have downloaded earlier, this one, the VHDX file. Then click next and finish. Once you created it, start the virtual machine. Once it is started, just right click and connect. This is Ubuntu VM. So initially the default username and password will be admin and admin. You can see here initially a newly deployed Storage Mover agent has default password local user admin and the default password admin. So you need to initially change this password. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, so you need to initially give the default username and password here, admin, and password also same, admin. Then you need to change it to a new password. So here you need to give the new password. Okay, now password update successfully. Once it is done, so next, first you need to do the network configuration, which is number 2. Then update network configuration. So make sure to this virtual machine able to reach the internet. There's a specific endpoint that I have mentioned earlier, Azure endpoint. So in that case, we need the network configuration to initially done. Okay, number 1, interface. So initially you need to give the networking configuration information. So first asking, would you like to enable the DHCP? So if you are using DHCP to give IP address to your servers, so you need to make sure to select yes, otherwise select no. For me it's no. And then the IP address. Then it asks in the gateway IP. Then the name server. So here you can give your domain controller or whatever the name server that you are using. So here I am giving the IP address for my name server. Then confirm your network configuration. Okay, now network configuration applied successfully. You can quit from here. Then you can do kind of testing the connectivity for number 3. So here for my Azure Storage Mover agent is deployed on East US environment, so I'm giving here the storage mover region as East US. If you are getting similar error, just troubleshoot. So that means you are not able to reach a particular Azure endpoint in order to do the migration. So when you're troubleshooting, you can try going to main menu and do kind of a restart your agent. Similar what I'm doing right now. 6th. Yes. So I will come back once it is restarted again. You can see now once I restarted, so it asking second question after the region of your resource mover. Here connect agent using Azure Arc private link. So you don't have any, if you don't have any private link using, so just select no here. Then it will validate the connectivity to the Azure endpoint that required in order to do the migration. You can see the output of the network connectivity for this specific endpoint. The reachability, you can see here it's true. Okay, now we can the network configuration is okay. Now we need to do the registration of this agent. Okay, to the do the agent registration, just quit from here, number 6. Then you can see here the 4th one, register. Go to register. Then here specify the region where you Azure Storage Mover. So similar what I have previously given, East US. Then no here, no private endpoint. And the network configuration, the connectivity is validating here. Now you need to give your Azure environment details, tenant. For initially it will ask for the tenant ID. This is optional, so you can press enter if you don't want to give the tenant ID. Then subscription ID is mandatory, so you need to give the subscription ID of your subscription, Azure subscription. Once you type the subscription, then enter, then the resource group name, then the storage mover name, st mover demo, st mover demo. So you can give a name for this agent for anything, storage mover AGT. If you want to give tag names, or you can skip it. Then you need to log into your Azure environment. So it will give code here, you can see. So you need to log in and give this specific code. Login Microsoft /device. Device. Then you need to give the code here. Paste the code here. Continue. Once you log in successfully, so the subscription details will be appear here. Azure login successful. The details will appear here, your resource group location, all the information that you have given will be validated here. Registration server is okay, verify connection. Now you can see all the registration steps are getting completed. Now it's registering the agent with the Storage Mover service. So this will take some time. Okay, now you can see it's successfully registered with your Storage Mover service, which is implemented in your Azure subscription. So now it should be appear under your registered agent. So it will take some time. Let's see. Now you can see Storage Mover AGT that we have given name is successfully registered. This is how you can register your agent with Azure Storage Mover service. Then the next steps will be to start moving your Azure file, the files from your on-premises environment to Azure file or blob container. In my case, so I have endpoint, the target endpoint as a Azure file share here. So I already created. So you can create an endpoint for target endpoint. Let's say you have a storage account, just select the particular storage account, and if you want to migrate it to Azure file share, just select the endpoint. So in my case this is file share, so it is under file share category. And the protocol, it could be NFS, SMB. In my case it is SMB. And the file share you can select from here, you can see, and create. So I already created this target endpoint, this one. This is the target endpoint. For the source, I have Windows file share, which is hosted on same host environment. This is my file server. For this file server, I have my file share called fsdemo. So this is my source endpoint, and the target endpoint is Azure file share. So once you have created your specific source and target endpoint, so you can go to projects here. Then so your migration type will be, you need to select the migration type from this get started. So in my case, I am migrating on-premises migration from SMB. What is your source type? It is SMB, not NFS. Then the on-premises appliance, it is already done. Select existing appliance here. This is the first step. So I have my appliance here, just select it. Then the next step, key vault. So here I can use my existing key vault here, this one. Then the source environment. So I am selecting my source environment endpoint, which is this one. Then the target one will be my target endpoint, which is demo Azure file share. And the project, so I don't have any existing project, so I will create one. New first ST migration. Create. Now it is done. Then the migration job. You can create a migration job from here. So it will be on-premises migration type, file server and SMB, job name first job. Then the on-premises appliance is correct. You can see the source endpoint, this one, it is correct. Full source path, The target will be Azure File Share endpoint. Then next, no schedule. So I will be you can select the migration frequency if you want to do kind of a one-time schedule, recurring schedule, that can be scheduled here. For demonstration purpose, I am selecting no schedule. Then the copy mode, there are multiple two types: mirror the source and to target. And if you want to merge, that also possible. So I am here selecting mirror. Then click next. Okay, once it is all are validated, you can just click create here. This is the first job. So while creating, I will show you the destination environment details. This is the Azure File Share that I'm going to migrate on-premises data to here. This is the file share. So you can see there are nothing in here right now. In the source environment, this is my source file server in Windows related. So this is the folder share. You can see the properties, the sharing file path. You can see fs demo. This folder has some sample SQL backup file. So these need to be migrated to Azure File Share here. Okay, now we already created our first job. You can see this is our first job, never ran. So now you need to click on here. So all the information just validate before run your first job, and then you can click start the job. Attempt to sign role, the file share and the key vault. Then click on start. So when you click on here, you can see the run history. Now it's queued. Job details you can check from here. Once it is completed, you can see the status here. You can see the first job ran successfully. All the information is appear here. Total discovered items 271, and all are copied successfully. Now let's check from the Azure File Share, the one we created, this one, and browse. You can see all the files are copied successfully. Okay, this is how you can copy, move your on-premises, or it can be a different cloud provider, AWS, GCP. So you can move your on-prem or other environment files to Azure Storage File Share or blob container using this Storage Mover by using this Storage Mover agent. So if you have any question related to this, just drop a comment down below. Thank you.